Madison.
What's up, guys? So yeah, so what's up, guys? Today I decided to I finished Spider-Man, and it was fucking great. I fucking loved it, and I wanted to do a spoiler-free review on it. I might do like a spoiler review on it, but right now I wanted to do a free review because 'cause I know most of the people I know haven't finished playing the game and won't be for a while. So I might do my spoiler one maybe a week later or something. They probably still won't be done, but just for me. I don't want people to get. I don't want to spoil it for people. That's my point. So for this, I'm gonna try my best not to go to any maps or anything because I don't want to show anything. So yeah, so I'm gonna try not to go to any maps. Try not to go. I'm just gonna just play, have fun. So, yeah. So okay. So you might say enemies might pop up or anything. No, none of the enemies that you'll see later in the game or anything like that. And so right now this is just a review, just to have fun and just to have something to show why I talk about the game. So this game, I fucking loved it. Honestly, is it game of the year? No, it does not beat God of War. But I had more fun playing this than I did God of War. God of War was great, but me being a Spider-Man fan since I was a kid, him being my favorite superhero, him just being one of my favorite things to watch always. Seeing all the movies, reading some comics, seeing most of the TV shows. I fucking love this game. This game was great. It was really well made. It was beautiful. They did such a good job. Obviously, there's bugs here and there, but it doesn't happen often. But it is a huge game with a lot of physics going at it, a lot of stuff going on, so it's bound to be almost impossible. But it rarely very happens any bugs, if any. But no, this game is fucking amazing. I just thought it was a really good game, and it was just really fun to.
Officers respond. We have a kidnapping in progress. Incident is active near Grand Central.
Let's go do that. I guess since we're going to do that, let's talk about the combat first of all in the game. Fucking beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, I had more fun with this than I did with Batman. And Batman had a great combat system, but I felt like
earpiece to listen for sounds of someone struggling.
But I felt like you can do more. Yeah, I feel like you can do more in fighting here than you could. I'm not even forget the thing. No. Okay, I can pause it. Remove my face cam. So now that I can focus, I felt like you could do more in this game, fighting, than you could in Batman. Because in this one, as you play more, you start to realize you kind of need the gadgets. And in Batman, you use them, but you never really felt like you had to. You felt like at times you could have. You don't use them if they really made you. But here they don't make you. But it encourages you to. Oh, sorry, what am I doing? It actually really encourages you to actually use it. So actually, let me do something. Actually, I think sorry, it's because I'm messing around with the camera. But I think I know where I'm gonna put it. No, lower right. I'm gonna try to cover them. Okay, I'm gonna cut. Cool, I'm covering the minimap. All right. Most of that I can. Oh, well that doesn't really help me, but whatever. But anyway, so the combat system, as you see right now, it's fucking great. You can. One thing that's really I like about it a lot is that since you fight different.
Pardon me.
Where the fuck should I go? Over here.
Someone help!
Allah.
Hold on, I'll get you out.
Let's get him out.
Oh God!
So
I do not.
I keep saying on the same point, but the fact that you can.
They're back.
The fact that you can jump adds a huge element to it that I think people forget. And you couldn't do this with Batman. Look, I'm fucking. And the dodges I fucking love them too. The upgrades for the dodges and everything are necessity after a while. Oh, God. I hit the big guy. Oh, what? Oh, fuck. Oh, the web grenade is one of my favorite. Okay, I'm not really paying attention, am I? Okay, let me stun him. Anyway, so like I was saying, the weapons are fucking fun to use. Like they don't feel like a burden to use. Like in Batman, one of the things that sometimes bothered me is that like sometimes using a gadget felt like a burden, which I don't like sometimes. It wasn't for all gadgets. What else am I missing? I think someone down here. Whoa. Okay. Hello. Oh, this is my I fucking love just throwing them around. Like the fact that you can just do that is fucking fun. So let me pause it for a bit to get my thoughts straight. So as you saw, like as I partly demonstrated, the combat system is really well made, and I'm playing on spectacular, so it's a little bit harder. So, but what I fucking thought was fucking amazing. I'm actually gonna make my face kind of bigger. What I fucking thought was amazing about this was that there's so many different styles you can fight, which is awesome. Like when you think about it, like you can fight in so many different ways. You can be the type that loves to fight in the air, so you lift them all the time, or you lift most of the enemies all the time, and you fight like that. Or you could be like a ground and pound, like you just want to fight on the ground, so you can pull them down if you want. Like if there's any like enemies, or like if they're like in a certain area. And what's cool about it is that you can fight enemies at different ranges. So like you can web pull towards people and everything. And it's pretty cool. I'll probably just actually now I think about it, I'll probably just like web swing for a bit. I probably won't do any actual fights unless I'm gonna demonstrate. But okay, so like the fact that they had so much like creativity, that they give you different fight styles when you think about like compare how you want to fight.
Attention
It's
units.
pretty
In
cool.
response to a
They
break-in,
really
any officers
give
near
you
Madison, proceed to the crime scene.
they really do give you your freedom to like play how you want, which is something a gamer always wants. But like without like like a gamer wants it, but without feeling like it's going away from the character, and they do that beautifully here. Like all the fight styles they do go perfectly with Spider-Man, and it's just fucking great. Like and the enemies are perfect, honestly. Like because as you face different enemies, some enemies have different like weapons and such, or like different styles. Like the hardest for me, honestly, to fight is like a bunch of guns. The gun people have always been my problem in the game. And I'm not saying which type or whatever. Like I said, spoiler for review.
Armed robbery in progress.
But like
Location is near Midtown
as you're
North.
fighting these like the gunmen or whatever, for whichever like people you're fighting. When there's a lot of them, it's pretty hard because you have to consistently dodge and dodge and dodge, and it can get pretty hectic. And they're also harder enemies, so it gets pretty crazy. And yes, this game does take a lot of Batman, but like with its own style too. Like the fighting mechanisms, like yes, like the dodge and the like regular fighting are Batman based, but honestly, like the fighting style is pretty unique for this game. It's pretty fucking great. Like I just fucking love how many different styles you can. I know I said this, but like I love all the styles you can fight with. It's just amazing. It's crazy. It's crazy, and then you can the combos are crazy what you can do like with fighting, like especially with the gadgets. Like the gadgets like help with your combos a lot of the time, which is fucking awesome. Like it's just fucking amazing. Like I love all the gadgets I have. Like they're great. It's fucking great. They're really, like I said, the game is really well made. And now another point, like I didn't really detail the combat, but I feel like I have to go more into detail with the enemies, because the enemies have a lot to do with the way you fight, which I like. But you can still fight them your own way. Oh, another thing I want to talk about the combat is the stealth aspect of the combat. When I first saw it in the demo, I didn't think it was gonna be that good. Like I thought it was gonna be, it doesn't really look like you can really sneak around. And the stealth, obviously the Batman aspect of stealth is better in its own way. But this one, what I like about it is that it's because in Batman, you were just on the gargoyles all the time. If you have,
Officers needed in the East
you're
Village.
always on the fucking gargoyles. Always. And that's like most of the comment. Yes, they would take that away from you a lot of the time. Sometimes, but like you would still like mostly do it from there and then attack them from there. That's the strategy. And this one, like, yes, like you can do that too for at a certain amount of times, but there's a lot more funner ways that you actually want to like try to get them, which is pretty cool. Especially with the, like I'm telling you, the gadgets are a huge part of how they like of this game. Like honestly, I think the gadgets are a pretty underrated aspect of the game. Like the combat and everything is great, but the gadgets really do help the combat system a lot.
Unit.
Makes it
Civilians
more
are trapped
fun.
Following a car accident.
And it's just
Incident
really
is active in
fucking
touchdown. Over.
sweet, like to use. Like you feel fucking awesome using them. Like I said, the web bomb is my favorite, and it's just fucking great to use. And it's just awesome. And there's so many other gadgets that I'm not gonna mention that I showed briefly, like right now earlier, like by accident. But like I said, it is really fun. So next aspect I want to talk about, as you see, the environment I'm speaking on. I know some people. There's very little people out there. I have a friend who doesn't think. Well, he hasn't played the game, but he's seen gameplay of it, and he said the web physics are a bit of a downgrade from like Spider-Man 2 and Ultimate Spider-Man if you ever played those games. And I played both, and the web physics was great for those games at the time. But, and I get what he's saying. Like, he said like when you swing, it's too straight. But it's not that you're going too straight. Is that I feel like you have so much more control of where you're going, which is something I rather have more than like actual fucking like super realistic physics. I don't even think like the physics of the web swing is that off. I know he talked about it a lot and said Spider-Man 2 is probably the best one, and you can kind of, I guess there's some argument for that.
All units.
Like I can sort of see his side,
Suspects are armed.
but
Location is north of
one thing that
Providence.
none of
Over.
those games have is this crazy fluidity when you're fucking web swinging into places. Like it's just awesome and fun. Like you might think I'm looking bored, but like I'm concentrating web swinging, which is pretty cool. Like look at all the shit I'm doing. I'm going so like without like a delay or running into anything or falling or being like, oh, this is so slow. Like it's fucking awesome, and it's so fluid. Like it's crazy. Like it's crazy. Like I just fucking love like the web swinging. You have so much control where you're going. Like look at this. I fucking love doing this. I fucking love. Oh no, I messed it up. But I love fucking wall running and then turning. That's like fucking awesome. Like there's no. They make sure it's like we want to try the games better basically want to try our best for you not to lose any momentum when you're going. Like you lose, like the momentum obviously doesn't keep carrying like this a certain amount. But we don't want you like to basically stop at some point. Like, and it's fucking great. Like the fluidity is fucking crazy. It's insane. Like I feel like honestly, like I haven't stopped or like for a glitch or anything in a while, and it's just fucking awesome. Like look at this, it's so fucking, it's crazy how fluid. I'm still amazed. I finished the whole game. I played this game already a shit ton, and I don't get tired of swinging around. Cause you get a different, it's different every time. That's what's crazy. Like it never feels, every swing feels different, which is a crazy thing to think about. Like the way you do it and everything, like it's crazy. And I just love it. Like it's the best web swinging mechanics, like in any Spider-Man game. Like you can talk about the physics and stuff, but like including everything, physics, fluidity, and everything, there's no way any game really beats like this. And like honestly, like I know some people have said like during gameplay trailers that like sometimes they saw like people like how did they web swing there or stuff, and there's those people. But I just don't see it like I don't get how you can like criticize like this much like the web swing that much. Like it's just if you have not tried it out yourself, it's a very different feeling. Like I was super excited watching the watching the fucking like gameplay of the web swinging. Oh, I stopped. But like another thing I like it's just fucking fun. Like they give you so much shit like to fucking have fun with. Oops. Oh, so sometimes you do stuff. Like I said, there's little things here and there. But it's just like I can't believe it. Like honestly, I just can't. Like it's crazy how they worked hard. You could just tell like how hard they worked on this game. How much they they really love the idea of this game. Now another thing I want to talk about besides web swinging, which I was actually going to talk about, is the environment. I like it's cool because in certain areas there's some areas don't have that many skyscrapers, so you swing lower to the ground. But you're still web swinging, but like you still feel like you're going pretty fast because there's different ways. Like it's like, okay, I can't web swing, I'll just fucking go to the rooftops and fucking web pool. And like you're still going fast without losing that speed. And like, oh, web swing sometimes and then go back to a roof. Oops, I aimed it.
All units advised, we have an
And
assault
it's
reported
just-
in progress. Incident is ongoing near Union Square.
It's just-
Please copy.
It's just fucking like I just can't go. I'm still like in awe. Like I still have fun with figuring everything. Like I'm such a fanboy of this game. Like it's so fucking good. It's so fucking good. Another thing I want to talk about. The environment is just fucking crazy. Like there's so much there's so much if you don't pay attention, look at this. There's so much detail, and there's some Easter eggs in some windows if you pay attention. But just a heads up. But it's crazy how much detail they put into the environment. Like every building feels different. Yeah, a lot of the buildings have these fans. Maybe you notice, but it doesn't really matter. In a lot of Spider-Man games, sometimes each rooftop feels the same or doesn't feel that different.
Receiving reports of a robbery.
Wait,
Suspects
sorry, I
are
just want to do
armed.
this. I just fucking
Need
hold on.
immediate response at Union
Oh, this is
Square.
perfect. Okay, I just have to do this. I just fucking love doing this. Ooh. Oh, that's just sexy as fuck. I just love doing that. But like I said, there's so much detail in the environment they put in. Like so much. Like every place you go to feels unique and different. Like you start going in this area, you can see fucking construction and shit. You start going to other areas, you see fucking like skyscrapers and shit. Like this, you can tell this area is smaller than others.
All units, narcotic sale reported in progress.
And it's
Officers
fucking
needed south of house.
like it's amazing. Like different billboards, different shit. Some are the same billboards, but that's like advertisement. Like see, like that's advertisement right there. Like there's like about 4 advertisements. I'm not gonna lie, it's not that many. But it's just pretty crazy. Like how they can make each district, each place you go to, also feel unique and not the same. I got all. So okay, now talking about the locations. Another thing, the fucking Easter eggs. I'm not gonna mention what Easter eggs, like what the Easter eggs are, but there's so many, and they're good Easter eggs. Like these Easter eggs are legit as hell. Like there's so many. There's so many Easter eggs. Like it's ridiculous how many Easter eggs. And I've already found most. Like because I 100%. I got all the achievements. I 100% this game like in general. Like I've done everything. And there's I just love all the Easter eggs they put into the game. And there's still probably a lot that I haven't seen or that I passed by because the game's so huge. And there's so many references and different stuff that they make during the game. And good lord, it's fucking great. It's fucking great.
All units, we've got a commercial robbery in progress.
Yes, I know how to find crime.
Available officers, move on the financial district.
Just being a bad spider right now. But like I said, like Jesus Christ, like this game is fucking like the Easter eggs. They're so fucking, they're so good. I just love them. I love Easter eggs in the game. I love when you find them, and it feels so cool when you find. Like there's one Easter egg in specific that I remember that I'm not gonna mention, or maybe I'll mention my spoiler review. But there's this one Easter egg that like I fucking loved when I found. I'm like, holy shit, that's crazy. Like I didn't think about it. Like of actually going, but something that like yeah, it should be there. That's true.
Report in progress. Report came in from Little Italy.
And it's fucking awesome. Like I've said fucking awesome like so many times, but I just really love this game. Like it's crazy, and I keep getting off track, and I'm sorry, but like I'm very new to this. I've never reviewed anything, so I'm just kind of going along with it and having fun with it. But it's just insane. There's Jesus, like I like there's Easter eggs, and there's like different ways. There's different ways to see the Easter eggs. Like there's so many like references to other shows, to other like to comics, to villains. There's so many references to like to everything, to movies, even to the movie. Oh, there's this one. Oh, I want to mention it so bad. There's this one. Sorry, got a little bit there. There's this one reference that fucking blew me away, and I was fucking dying, like of how good of a reference it was. And for those of you that have played it, I think you know which one I'm talking about. But it's just an amazing reference that they make. And it's just so, oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm basically saying nothing. I keep saying reference and no one knows what the fuck. If you haven't played it, you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Even if you have, you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But, like, references, like one of the best Easter eggs, fucking shit, Easter egg ones that I've played. They're finding Easter eggs, and it's just great. It's just, oh my gosh. So another thing what else do I want to talk about? I wanted to talk about the... what did I want to talk about? Oh, the suits. That's another thing. While they're still going to add more suits, the suits they have are pretty good.
10:30, robbery in progress.
The suits they have are really fun, and what I like about it really suits so many different people's like suit style of what type of suits they like. And what's crazy is still more coming. And they're like, and some, not all the suits are references. Some are like actually made by them. But like, and they're good. Some are really good. Like, and some are funny. And I don't know, like they're 100%. Like honestly, like if I had to, cause I remember Batman had some pretty cool skins, but Spider-Man's are better. Like they just are. Just cause like Batman, you can't really talk about the skins. Okay, I almost had a heart attack, but never mind. But like Batman the skins, there's only really one skin that's like it's original Batman one that like you really care about, and it's like and like the Batman and Batman Arkham, there's only one other skin that I cared about besides the one he was wearing, and it was the Batman Beyond one. And the Batman Beyond is fucking sick, and I fucking love it. But in this game, there's so many different skins that I like interchange like during it, and I love how there's no loading screen to change it. Like it's just like, oh, I can change it whenever, and like you can change it in the middle of a combat, in the middle of a fight, in the middle of swinging. Like you can change it anytime, well except the cutscenes. But it's just really cool, like to see that like they let you have fun with the skins and change whatever you want. Cause I've changed skins so many times. Like I have reward skins, more new skins. Sometimes I don't go back to them. Sometimes I go back to them way later. Sometimes I wear it for certain fights if I want to. So sometimes I wear it for certain missions of the story. Like they let you really go out with the skins, and it's really cool. Like, I will say this: if you wear one of the skins, and the art, because there's James Jones, this is Jameson Archives that everyone knows about, and that he speaks sometimes, and like he talks about one of the suits that you wear, which is pretty funny. And it's just I just love it. It's just the suits are one of the best skin like solo games that I play, because they feel like it make the suits matter. They really do. and each suit is so well made. Like each suit is very unique in its way. Even like some suits like have. Oh, I was gonna point to his eyes that he turned to right now. Some suits have those eyes things, and some suits don't. Obviously, but it says each suit doesn't feel like a copy paste of something. Like it feels like it was drawn individually and made like very differently from each other. So, some might look the same and might be have a base, but you can tell it's redrawn like from scratch and with the idea of like maybe matching it or something. But it's just fucking like the skins are amazing. The skins are amazing, really well designed, really very fucking detailed. Now, a lot of the things that people have mentioned is that how detailed the game is, because apparently when you web swing, something that maybe I haven't even noticed. The detail to the game. They make a lot of details that you yourself don't think about, but it's actually like wow, because like it's how a normal person would talk. Because people have compared to him how he talks when he's swinging compared to when he's like standing somewhere, and there's like a small difference, but there's a difference in how he would sound. And it's like people might be like, what? Like that doesn't really, like why does that matter? It's like I didn't even notice. It's like, but that's the point. I get so detailed because sometimes when something's not detailed enough, you notice it. But this time, like these are the small details that like they go unnoticed because I think they're supposed to. Like it's supposed to feel natural. It's supposed to feel like you didn't notice it. If you notice, like some Insomniac Games posted on the Twitter, like one of the missiles, sometimes enemies shoot at you, and it says something about like I forgot exactly what it said, but it made a reference to like how it's supposed to kill you, like spider proof or something like that. It's something like that. Oh no, or kill spiders or something like that. It was a clever joke, but like it's insane. And another thing that I love is the photo mode. The photo mode is so fun because you just basically because a lot of people what Insomniac Games also realize that sometimes people just share their photos or are recording and they want a screenshot or like people like okay example people are recording making videos not streaming. Maybe streaming, but like mostly making videos. This is the perfect way for them to make thumbnails. Like it's easier for them because you get that good pic. It's like okay, I want a good pic for this one, and then it have to be. It could be something in the story. Obviously, they can do that, or they can get like a cool pic from just this, like this. It's like saying something. Because sometimes what people sometimes complain about, which is one of my problems sometimes, is that like. Nowadays on YouTube, like I want to go on YouTube, but sometimes they post like videos of games that I don't want to see or I haven't researched a lot on, but I want to play. Like Spider-Man, there was a lot of stuff I actually didn't know until I played it, and I remember my friend knew about it, some of the stuff, and I'm like, whoa, I didn't know this and that, and he's like, yeah, you didn't know because they revealed a lot of stuff. Because when it comes to video games, I don't like. When it comes to video games I really want to play, I don't like being spoiled on it at all, even if it's a little thing. Like I try not to like be spoiled. I just try to see enough that's like I'm interested as hell. And if it takes a lot, then I don't get that. If it takes so much, like where they reveal a lot of stories, something that makes me interested, I'm like I'm not that interested in it. I'm not. I'm just really not. But if it's something that like the Spider like they didn't show one mission in the Spider-Man trailer. And they showed so much to me. I'm like, they barely revealed any story. They revealed some, but they barely revealed any story, and I'm super interested in it. And when I saw the first trailer, I'm like, yep, I'm definitely getting this game. Just seeing the web swinging and the parkouring and everything with this game was fucking awesome. Like, this game was really well marketed. I'm not gonna lie. Like, they took their time, and they showed gameplay that they showed enough where it wouldn't spoil. And they showed it was just really good. It was just really good. And they do the villains and the hero, like they do the villains and Spider-Man like justice. Like I can't really think of a character where they do badly. And yes, the game just kind of go its own way a bit, but they stick to the characters like origins. And I never mind that. Like this is my problem with some like let's say with a movie. I know it's not the best example, like with the Batman vs Superman movie, or like the DC movies in general. I have a problem with Batman, not the actor himself. I know I've heard he quit and everything, but like, I didn't have a problem with him. I just had the problem with the kind of Batman they gave him. Like they gave him Batman that was like, yes, he's brutal, but this one was fucking just murdering people. Like, come on, he was just like killing people left and right. It was like really no way like to. He blew up a car with people in it. We flipped over. I'm like, bro, like there's no godly way. No, the car flipped over, and then he shoots it. I think he shoots it again, and it's like explodes. I'm like, bro, like there's no way you left him alive. That bothered me because yes, they changed his story. Yes, they just changed his story, but him not killing was one of the his big things as a character that like you can't change. There's some things as a character you can't change about their personality. You can change some things, but there's certain aspects that you can't change. That you just can't. That makes them the character that everyone loves and knows. And they do each character very like justice. Like they do them very well. Like yeah, and some I'm into lore, like comic lore and superhero lore. I'm not saying I know all of it. I don't. I really don't. I'm like there's a lot of people that probably know a lot more than me, for sure. But like to me, like as a like if I had looked at an average point, they did the characters very well. Like I'm not looking in super detail like maybe some others will, and maybe they don't like it. I can't speak for their part. I can speak for mine, but I felt like they really did each one very like well, and they kept the personalities, they kept who they were, changed the story a bit to like fit on how they want to do it, but without affecting the characters, which is something that it takes talent to do that. It really does, because sometimes you want to make. Sometimes people what bothers me, the people worry about more the story than the character, and yes, to a certain point. Because the story is very important to a game. It really is. Like especially for a story game that has no multiplayer. It's huge. But to have a good story, you need interesting characters that people want to get interested in. And the thing that sometimes might suck for people and they don't like it is that like they're stuck with like a character that already exists and they have to work around it. And it's easier in some aspects, but it's harder in others. For creativity, it can be a bit harder because you don't have as much freedom as you would just a character that's like out of the bloom that you're creating a story for. His story is already said. People already know his story. People have seen so many movies about him. People have seen so many origin stories about him. And you can't really change the personality or his character. Like you can't. So you have to stick with it and make a good story. So you work with the characters. And they did a beautiful job of that. That's all I'm really trying to say. It's a bit of an over explanation I did, but I just want to say they did a really good job on it. Sorry if I'm really not saying anything for this review. It's just I've never done. Obviously, it's easier to do a spoiler review because like you talk about it a lot more in depth. It's a bit harder to do a spoiler free because you want to talk about so much stuff, but you can't say anything though. Like there's so much stuff I want to talk about right now. There is, but like I don't want to spoil it for anyone. I'm really trying not to. Like I'm covering the mini map to show. There's a case like there's some really picky people out there. I'm like that. Like because sometimes I'll look too much into details of stuff. I'll be like, wait, it's like why is that there? And why is that there? And why is that there? And it's like I don't want to know too much about it. That's why I chose this suit set. I like this suit a lot, and basically just chose to web around with like just so I don't give away like the story or anything, and just have fun with it. Just have something to show in the back, kind of in the back. It's supposed to be a background, even though I'm focusing a lot on it. But what else do I want to talk about? I want to talk about that for a sec. I want to talk about one last thing I want to talk about. This game has this is something people might not talk about or like think about. But the loading times are crazy for this game. Like they're so quick. They're so like one thing I know is like whenever you play a story game, like any story game, like Uncharted for example, sometimes the loading in screen takes forever. It takes forever, and you're just like, oh, I just want to get in and play. The loading screen when you click go really quick, especially sometimes for quick travel. It takes a while, like to get somewhere. Like, oh, I'm quick traveling here, and it takes like 30 seconds sometimes or 10 seconds, but it was a really far place. Here, fast travel takes about like you see a quick cutscene and it's like you're there, and it's like wow, like even loading times like just for like loading into the game or like loading from a cutscene into like something, or like even restarting, like or even like you die and you're reloading a checkpoint. They're amazingly fast. Like especially like people who play a lot of multiplayer games might not think about it a lot because the typical thing is to like die and then respawn quickly. But for a story game, it doesn't really happen that often for story games. Like you really see, usually for story games, the longer loading times because it's a big city. And they really went around it. It's like, okay, how do we cut loading times so it's faster and you go in and you play faster and you're not like waiting there like forever waiting for something. And it's crazy like how fast it goes. You start to go noticeable because you like click it. It's like okay, it's like you look at your phone. It's like you look up. It's like whoa. It's like I'm already okay. It's like let's get into it. It's just insane. And so my review out of this game, it's because I want to rate it a 10. I do. Like personally, it's a 10 to me. But objectively, it's like a 9. Just because like it's really hard to give it a 10. It's a 9 based on certain stuff that I can't talk about. But personally, it's a 10. It's my favorite. Like I enjoyed this game more than playing Batman because because here you have so much more freedom to do what you want as Spider-Man, as a hero, which is something everyone always wants. And then you never want to feel restricted in a game. And Batman did a good job of not making you feel restricted and feeling like Batman. But this one really made you feel like Spider-Man. And Spider-Man, like obviously playing as a superhero, and that's to the fault of maybe the Batman's like comic. You can only do so much with him because it's a good and bad thing when you're not like a Superman type character, because if you're a Superman type character, it's harder to create villains for. So Batman, it's easier to create enemies for. But Spider-Man, he's kind of like that perfect in-betweener where like normal things can affect him, where it's believable, and it's not like too out there. But he's strong enough where like he has so many different abilities that it's fun to use them. It's more fun you can do more stuff and different things. Story-wise, I really enjoyed this. The story was very enjoyable. It was a very enjoyable story. I liked it a lot. Like at no point was I really bored. Honestly, like they really made it interesting, and they really made the story interesting. They made the story really interesting, and how you read into it and stuff, and it was really cool. So personally, a 10 out of 10, 100 out of 10. Personally, objectively, I think it's like an 8.5 or 9. Like I'm pretty sure I'm gonna say 9. I'm gonna stick with 9 because the game is really well made. It's huge. It's really good. It's really good. It's not that God of War was like a 9.5 or like a 10 even. Like if you have to compare Game of the Year. Like if I had to compare God of War, these are the two biggest games of the year: God of War and Spider-Man. God of War would win Game of the Year. Spider-Man is more fun, and there is a difference because sometimes like Game of the Year is like gameplay ability and story has a huge part. And I will admit the God of War story is better. The God of War story is better. They really, really made it really well. It is better, but I have a lot more fun playing Spider-Man than I do God of War. God of War is a really fun game to play, but Spider-Man is just so much more fun and different things you can do as a game. So I hope you guys enjoyed this spoiler-free review. I know I kind of didn't really say a lot, or like I repeated a lot of stuff. I'm sorry, I'm very new to this, and but thank you for listening. I really do appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed. I will make a spoiler review probably maybe this week. Who knows when? I'll try to make it soon because I do want to make a spoiler review. Cause there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about, and I really want to talk about a lot of stuff. Like the reason I'm actually doing this is so I can kind of get off my chest. I want to talk to someone about all the stuff that happened in the game. But I can't. So in a way, in the video, it helps me a lot. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope I didn't bore you too much with my mumbo jumbo. You saw a little bit of gameplay just for fun. Just to kind of see how the web's swinging. I didn't really fight much because it distracts me a lot. It's kind of hard to focus on both. I can't really do both, but anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Yeah, hopefully you get Spider-Man, and hopefully you have a great time with it. I'm hoping. Maybe it's not a game for everyone. I really think it is. It's really one of those games that like everyone can enjoy. So again, thank you everyone. Appreciate it, and I'll see you there. Bye.